Good evening and welcome into Batavia High School here in Batavia, Illinois, where tonight it's the finale of the Jim and Sylvia Roberts Night of Hoops as the St. Joseph Chargers battle the Bulldogs of Batavia. Hello, everybody. I'm Connor Klingen, and thank you for joining us tonight on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Well, last night marked the worst loss of the season for the Chargers as they fell 81-53 at the hands of Brother Rice. And tonight presents another challenge in the Batavia Bulldogs, who come in with an impressive 18-5 record. But Batavia has been in a slump themselves as they lost the last two games to St. Charles North and Geneva last night in a rivalry game for the Bulldogs. St. Joe's has been a part of this Jim and Sylvia Roberts Night of Hoops for a number of years, and this is the 25th edition of this event, always bringing some great basketball to the far western suburbs. Earlier today, there were three other varsity games as Downers Grove North took down Highland Park, St. Charles East beat DeKalb, and West Aurora defeated Willowbrook just before this game. Sophomore teams also played earlier this morning. For Batavia, this is a school that has a lot of basketball tradition. Of course, Dan Issel, who had a long career in professional basketball in the ABA and the NBA, played for Batavia, a couple of other really strong players over the years. Nick Fruent, who went on to play for Northwestern. At the time he was here at Batavia, was one of the best players in the state of Illinois. But as all St. Joe's fans listening, the tradition for the Chargers program is tough to match under head coach Gene Pingatore, and last night being Hall of Fame night, Evan Turner, Dimitri McCamey, and Jonathan Peoples went into the Hall of Fame for St. Joe's on the boys basketball side. And had a great reception last night as well after the Hall of Fame game. So a special night. Unfortunately, the Chargers weren't able to come away with a victory over Brother Rice last night. But as I said, that was a poor performance from the Chargers. There's no other way to put it. They lost by 28 points, and they know that. Coach Pingatore knows that, and I'm sure these players know it after what happened last night. But Brother Rice did shoot the basketball incredibly well in that ball game. The Chargers have to find a way to play better defensively against this Batavia team that also will look to shoot the three ball quite a bit with players like Kyle Lefevre and Riley Cooper. This Batavia team has been aided by the addition of some football players. Cooper, who I just mentioned, was the starting quarterback for the state champions in Class 7A for the Batavia Bulldogs, as well as Eric Peterson, a star wide receiver for that team at 6'5". He's in the starting lineup, the leading scorer for this Batavia team. For the Chargers on the other side, bounce-back games needed tonight for the Boyd twins and also Jafari Brown. Of course, the big story early last night, Jalen Boyd got into foul trouble, picked up his third foul in the first quarter, and then had to sit on the bench for the rest of the first half. It sparked a major run for Brother Rice, and they never looked back as the Chargers lost that game by 28 points. But Jafari Brown was also held in check last night, had just 4 points. Not the usual performance from Jafari Brown, so he'll look to have a nice bounce-back game tonight on the road at Batavia. Always a good atmosphere here at the Night of Hoops. The Batavia Pep Band, one of the best in the state of Illinois, supplying some pep music throughout the night as both teams head back to their huddles. We're just about a minute on the clock before tip-off. Here from Batavia, currently just about 7:50 p.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, this invitational tournament was created exactly 25 years ago by Coach and Sylvia.
As we'll go over to the public address announcer for the national anthem and followed by the starting lineups.
And Bulldog basketball alumni have come together to rename the annual Bulldog Night of Hoops as the Jim and Sylvia Roberts Night of Hoops. Coach Roberts and Sylvia are here tonight. Would you please stand? Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Sylvia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? Gentlemen, remove your hats. for our national anthem.
And there you have it, the national anthem from the Batavia Pep Band.
Welcome to the 25th annual
The 25th edition of Night of Hoops, recently renamed for head coach Jim Roberts and his wife Sylvia, who started this event 25 years ago.
Final varsity game for the visiting St. Joseph's Chargers.
Chargers will go with their usual starting lineup, 5 seniors. Chance Aldridge, along with Jordan and Jalen Boyd, Jafari Brown, and Ahmad Muhammad. According to Coach Pingatore, the first time in his 49 years at St. Joe's that he's had an all-senior starting lineup. Also the first time that he's had 2 twin brothers on the same team with Jalen and Jordan Boyd. Of course, they have played together over the course of the last 4 years for St. Joe's. As I said last night, the foul trouble for Jalen Boyd ended up being a key to that game that led Brother Rice to go on a big run. So Jalen has to avoid the foul trouble tonight. This is a Chargers team that relies quite a bit on that starting 5, and last night losing a member early in the game for at least an extended stretch led to Brother Rice taking a lead, and the lights have been shut off here at Batavia as they're about to introduce the Bulldogs starting lineup.
And now the starting lineup,
and we'll go over for the Bulldogs.
Starting in a guard, 6'5" senior,
Blake Carlson.
number 10, Eric Peterson.
Peterson, who I mentioned earlier, a wide receiver on the football team at 6'5".
5'10" senior, number 12, Riley Cooper.
Riley Cooper also starting for Batavia at a guard.
And another guard, 6'1" senior, number 14,
Blake Carlson, another guard in this lineup for the Bulldogs. Once again, the Chargers will have that size advantage that they're accustomed to.
6'5" sophomore,
Jaden Johnson does bring some size to the table himself at 6'5", the sophomore for Batavia. So Johnson and Peterson at 6'5", and then a 6'4" senior, Colin Richter. So there is some size for the Bulldogs as well in the starting 5. Jim Nazos is the head coach for Batavia. Of course, the Chargers, led by Gene Pingatore, looking for victory number 1,015 tonight if the Chargers can come away with a major victory on the road here. Again, Batavia coming in at 18-5. At one point, were ranked in the top 25, according to Michael O'Brien of the Chicago Sun-Times. The Chargers were in the top 25 when they started 5-0, winning the St. Charles East Thanksgiving tournament. Both of these teams have played St. Charles East, a couple of common opponents. Both lost to Brother Rice, and both defeated St. Charles East. It'll be Jordan Boyd going up against Colin Richter on the tip. And Jordan tips it right back to Batavia's Cooper. And Cooper's lay-in is blocked by Jordan Boyd off the backboard. Rebound to Ahmad Muhammad. Muhammad will bring it over the midcourt stripe, moving left to right on your internet radio dial here from Batavia. Jafari Brown in the right corner, and it's stolen away by Cooper. Cooper will bring it up the near side of the floor on the left wing. To the top of the key for Peterson, and now Cooper will dribble it back out near the midcourt circle. Cooper dribbling to the left wing, looking for a pass out. Now it's Jaden Johnson on the left side, guarded by Jafari Brown. 7:20 to play, no score here. Here's Richter on the left wing. Not his usual range, trying to go inside to Cooper. That was deflected back out. The Bulldogs still have it. Johnson, left side three, nothing but net. Jaden Johnson gets the Bulldogs on the board early with a 3-0 lead. And the Chargers back with the basketball now. Ahmad Muhammad at the top of the key. Muhammad to Chance Aldridge on the right side. Aldridge to Jalen Boyd at the top of the key. Boyd looking for a pass out. Bounce pass over to his brother Jordan on the right wing. Now it's Chance Aldridge near the midcourt circle. Aldridge with Cooper guarding him tightly. Now it's Jordan Boyd driving baseline. Pass out to Muhammad. He fakes the three. Now back Aldridge. They swing it around to the right side for Jafari Brown. Jafari Brown looking for that step back, trying to find space. Dishes it back off. A give and go. He fakes the shot, puts it up, and draws the foul. So Jafari Brown will go to the line for 2 free throws. Some good ball movement there from the Chargers, as initially Jafari was looking for a shot there, then just dished it off to Ahmad Muhammad, and then they found it back to him, faked it, and then put it up and drew the foul. First free throw, off back iron. Second free throw from Jafari Brown. Straight through the net. 3-1 the score. The Bulldogs lead it with 6:30 to play in the first quarter. Cooper in the backcourt, guarded by Chance Aldridge, brings it over on the right side. Now it's to Peterson. Peterson between the circles, guarded by Jafari Brown. Now to Richter on the right wing. Richter to Jaden Johnson, top of the key. Johnson guarded by Jalen Boyd. Now in the right corner for Peterson. Peterson, top of the key three. Johnson, this one rattles out. Rebound is taken by Chance Aldridge. Chargers in transition. Wide open Jalen Boyd. The lay-in off the glass and in. We're tied up at 3. 5:55 to play here, first quarter. Cooper brings it over the left side. Bulldogs moving from right to left on your internet screen. As now it's Blake Carlson to Cooper. Corner three, Peterson on the left side. Short. Rebound Jafari Brown. Up ahead, Chance Aldridge. One man defending him. Pulls up for a short jumper, and he got it. Bit of an awkward shot, but Chance got it to go. 5-3 Chargers with 5:30 to play in the first quarter. And this pass for Batavia, out of bounds. And the Chargers will take over. They lead it 5-3. Aldridge will bring it up the floor for St. Joe's. Now over to Jalen Boyd. Now Jordan Boyd on the baseline loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to Batavia. Riley Cooper on the right side. He dishes for Blake Carlson. Now underneath, Peterson is wide open under the basket, and he ties up the ball game. Muhammad the other way, and it's a charge as he was going all the way to the basket, and Jaden Johnson of Batavia took the charge there. First foul on Ahmad Muhammad. First foul as a team for the Chargers. One foul thus far on Batavia. Chance Aldridge applying some backcourt pressure on the point guard Riley Cooper. Cooper gets past it and brings it over the midcourt stripe. Now dishes to Johnson at the top of the key. He goes back for Cooper on the left side. Now Carlson to Peterson driving baseline. Had it stripped away briefly off St. Joe's, out of bounds. Batavia will inbound from underneath the Charger basket. Peterson will inbound it to Richter on the right side. Now Cooper on the right wing. 4:30 to play. We're tied at 5. As Jaden Johnson is fouled on a reach-in. Looks like they got Jordan Boyd there. That's his first foul. Second on the Chargers as a team.
His first, second team foul.
Batavia will inbound from underneath the Chargers basket. It's into Jaden Johnson. Johnson dishing down low for Peterson. Reach-in foul on Jafari Brown. third foul on the Chargers as a team. And mentioned just before this one, the Chargers have to avoid foul trouble. A couple of fouls in quick succession here on this possession for Batavia. Here's Peterson at the top of the key, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Dishes for Johnson, long three, well off the mark. Rebound by Jordan Boyd, up ahead to his brother Jalen. Jalen on the right side, trying to drive the middle of the lane. Now off for Jafari Brown, driving baseline, puts up an awkward jumper. Rebound attempt, and Batavia eventually comes away with it. And they'll push it the other way in a 5-5 ball game. And wide open underneath the basket is Richter off the glass and got the roll to take the lead back for the Bulldogs, 7-5. 3:45 to play here in the first quarter. Ahmad Muhammad with it for the Chargers at the top of the key to Jalen Boyd. Short jumper, rims out. Offensive rebound by Ahmad Muhammad, and then he's pushed in the back just as he grabbed the basketball. And Colin Richter of Batavia is called for the foul. And Ahmad will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one off the mark, as Kyle Lefevre and Andrew Hines will check in for Batavia. And I do have to mention Andrew Hines, a family friend, as his older sister was a college roommate of my older sister. So congratulations to Andrew, having a nice senior season for the Bulldogs. But the second free throw from Ahmad Muhammad rims out, and the Bulldogs take over possession. They lead it 7-5. 3:28 to play here. Riley Cooper on the left wing, guarded by Chance Aldridge, looking for Peterson in the right corner, tries to drive baseline, then dishes off for Hines underneath. Hines back out for Jaden Johnson, left wing. Top of the key, Cooper. Baseline pass for Lefevre. Nice defense applied there by Ahmad Muhammad. No room for Lefevre to take a shot there. 3 minutes to play on an extended possession for Batavia here. Peterson on the right side to Hines between the circles. Now Jaden Johnson left wing, left corner, Cooper. Cooper dribbles back around towards the wing, now looking for a pass for Lefevre in the left corner. St. Joe's bench doing some clapping right now for this defense being played by the Chargers, but they find Johnson in the left corner for 3, off the mark. Rebound Ahmad Muhammad, wide open in the front court is Chance Aldridge. The right-handed lay-in ties up the ball game. 4 points thus far for Chance Aldridge, and it's 7-7 with 2:30 to play here in the first quarter. Riley Cooper up ahead for Hines on the right wing. Hines to the top of the key for Peterson. Peterson to Jaden Johnson, right wing. Now Lefevre, right corner. Guarded by Ahmad Muhammad. Now it's Jaden Johnson. Briefly lost the basketball, kept driving in towards the bucket, off the glass. Too hard there, and then a foul on the rebound attempt as Chance Aldridge was pushed. And Jaden Johnson, or rather Andrew Hines, is called for the foul. Malik Anderson will check into the game for the Chargers. And Ahmad Muhammad will head to the bench. We're tied up at 7, 2:11 to play. Chargers with the basketball as Jafari Brown will bring it over the midcourt stripe. Brown between the circles, bounce pass to Jalen Boyd, right wing. Now Chance Aldridge, free throw line. Thought about the jumper, dishes off for Jordan Boyd, spins his way to the basket and draws the foul. So Jordan will have 2 free throws. As that foul was called on Kyle Lefevre. That's his first. 4 fouls thus far in Batavia. First free throw from Jordan Boyd, off the mark. As so far, St. Joe's is 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Second free throw from Jordan Boyd. This one is nothing but net. 8-7, St. Joe's with the lead with 1:55 to play here in the first quarter. Lefevre up ahead to Hines on the right wing. Between the circles, Peterson. Now it's Blake Carlson. Back out top of the key, 3 from Lefevre. Was looking for the roll. The rebound at the Chargers. Now Chance Aldridge pushing in transition to Jafari Brown. Baseline drive off the glass. Offensive foul is the call. They call a charge there, and that's one of those 50-50s. But that's the second foul on Jafari Brown.
Foul was on number 25, Jafari Brown, his second.
So you would think at the next time out, Jafari Brown's going to have to head to the bench with 2 fouls here in the first quarter. 1:30 to play. Batavia back with the basketball. 4th team foul for the Chargers. Batavia also has 4. Here's Lefevre, cross-court pass for Peterson on the left wing. Thought about the three, decided against it. Now it's Lefevre on the right side. Lefevre for Zach Weber. Weber to Hines at the top of the key. Now Peterson, right wing. 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. 8-7, the Chargers with the lead. Batavia with the basketball. Lefevre on the right wing. Lefevre looking for a pass as he's guarded by Malik Anderson, and that pass is nowhere near anybody. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Chargers, and Ahmad Muhammad will come on as Jafari Brown heads to the bench with 2 fouls. And there, as Jafari came to the bench, I think Coach Pingator told him that was not a charge where he picked up that second foul, and I think I have to agree with Coach there. It did not look like the Batavia defender was in position there. Just under a minute to play here in the first quarter. St. Joe's with an 8-7 lead over Batavia here on the road. Ahmad Muhammad back on the floor as he came on for Jafari Brown. 40 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Muhammad at the top of the key. Now over to Jordan Boyd. Boyd on the right wing. Hands off for Aldridge near midcourt. Chargers taking their time. They may hold for the last shot here with 25 seconds to play in the first. Muhammad on the left wing. Back to Aldridge at midcourt. Now Boyd well beyond the three-point line on the right wing. Back for Aldridge. Near half court. Now down to 12 seconds left in the quarter. Chargers definitely holding for the last shot. 8 seconds. Down to 7. Now 5. And Aldridge lost the basketball. Stolen by Lefevre with 3. Now 2. Lefevre trying to dish. And it was almost stolen away. It just ends up out of bounds to end the first quarter. At the end of 1, the Chargers with an 8-7 lead. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. We'll be back with second quarter action between St. Joseph and Batavia. Welcome back to Batavia High School. St. Joseph with an 8-7 lead over the Batavia Bulldogs after 1 quarter. Chance Aldridge with 4 points for the Chargers in that first. Jalen Boyd had 2. Jafari Brown had 1. And Jordan Boyd also had 1 point. St. Joe will start with the basketball here in the second quarter, moving from left to right on your computer screen from my vantage point. Jalen Boyd, pull-up jumper from the baseline, off the mark. Offensive rebound by Malik Anderson. Out to Aldridge for 3 on the money. Chargers take an 11-7 lead. Lefevre brings it over the midcourt stripe for the Bulldogs on the right wing. Gives over to Hines on the right corner. Now it's Lefevre, top of the key, guarded by Muhammad. Off to Golden. John Golden on the right wing. Now Hines on the left wing. Hines looking for a pass. Tough to find one when you have to deal with the outstretched arms of Jordan Boyd. Now to John Golden on the right wing. Golden back for Hines. Hines between the circles. Hines back for Golden right wing. Now it's Blake Carlson. Carlson for Lefevre. Thought about the long 3, faked it, and then a free throw line jumper is nothing but net.
Basket by Kyle Lefevre.
So Lefevre has his first points of the ball game. 11-9 Chargers. St. Joe's back with the basketball. Entry pass into Jordan Boyd. And nearly lost the basketball. Foul called against Batavia here. And it will be a shooting foul, as they're saying Jordan Boyd was going up there, so he'll have 2 free throws. That's the second foul called on Blake Carlson. First free throw from Jordan Boyd, off the mark.
15 foul.
15 foul against the Bulldogs, who bring on a cavalry of substitutes. And actually it'll be the original starting lineup for the Bulldogs now out on the floor with Cooper, Richter, Johnson, Peterson. As the second free throw is good to make it 12-9. Cooper will bring it over the midcourt stripe. Now to Richter, back for Peterson. Now Blake Carlson on the left wing. Carlson back for Peterson. Now Johnson on the left wing. Thought about the three. He's a dangerous three-point shooter. Decided against it, though. Now gives back for Cooper at the midcourt circle. Almost stolen away, but finding some space on the baseline and driving to the bucket is Carlson. And he scores to make it a 1-point game. St. Joe's with a 12-11 lead. 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Aldridge to Muhammad on the left wing. Muhammad well beyond the three-point line. Gives over to Chance Aldridge. Aldridge for Jordan Boyd, left wing. Thought about driving, had it stolen away. Bulldogs in transition now, but stolen back by the Chargers. Wide open in the front court is Malik Anderson for the easy land to make it 14-11.
Basket by Malik Anderson.
Cooper over the midcourt stripe to Peterson. Peterson looking for Richter as Jordan Boyd was going for the steal, but Richter held onto the basketball. 5:30 to play second quarter. St. Joe's with a 3-point lead. Jaden Johnson right wing. Back for Peterson at the midcourt circle. Now Cooper right wing. Top of the key Carlson. Dishes for Johnson left corner. That's his spot. Cooper fakes the three at the top of the key. Then gives off Peterson. Batavia with another extended possession here. Sort of reminiscent of earlier in the season when the Chargers took on DePaul Prep. A patient offense as Cooper looks to drive baseline, then dishes top of the key three. Peterson, that's long. Rebound Malik Anderson. Chargers looking to move in transition with Jalen Boyd, and he gets the call, blocking foul. He'll go to line for two as Peterson was trying to draw the charge, but looked pretty clear to me as it was a block. He did not have his feet set in time. So Jalen Boyd will go to line for two free throws. And that's the sixth foul on the Bulldogs as a team. 14-11 Chargers. First free throw from Jalen Boyd, and nothing but net. As Antonio Hardaway will check in for Jordan Boyd. Second free throw from Jalen. Gets it to go. That'll make it 16-11. Chargers have their largest lead of the ball game at 5 points with 4:50 to play in the second quarter. Cooper over the midcourt stripe. Peterson. Peterson on the right wing, guarded tightly by Malik Anderson. Gives back for Cooper at the midcourt circle. Now it's Peterson at the right wing, well beyond the three-point line. Peterson looking for a pass as Anderson is applying tight pressure defensively. Richter now, guarded by Hardaway. Now it's Peterson back to Richter at the midcourt circle. Johnson left side three. Can't get it to go. Rebound by the Chargers. That one was halfway down, but then the Chargers trying to run in transition. It's stolen by Peterson back the other way for Batavia. On the right side, Cooper, and he'll settle down the offense. Low-scoring ball game thus far. 16-11 Chargers with just over 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Richter on the right side. Now it's Cooper. Bulldogs are trying to slow this game down. The Chargers want to speed it up. Cooper trying to drive to the bucket, had it stripped away. Here comes Chance Aldridge. Aldridge dishes for Anderson. Back to Aldridge. Beautiful passing on the give and go for the easy land for Aldridge. And now the Chargers have a 17-11 lead. Rather, 18-11. 7-point lead for St. Joe's. 3:30 to play here in the second quarter. And that pass was intended for Johnson, tipped out of bounds by Chance Aldridge. Batavia will keep it and inbound from the far sideline. As Andrew Hines will check back in for the Bulldogs, Richter will head to the bench. So it's Zach Weber, Andrew Hines, Riley Cooper, Eric Peterson, and Jaden Johnson on the floor for the Bulldogs. Chargers counter with Hardaway, Aldridge, Muhammad, Malik Anderson, and Jalen Boyd as a foul is called off the basketball.
That was number 5, Chance Aldridge.
Called on Chance Aldridge. That's his first.
15 foul.
Fifth on the Chargers as a team. Batavia inbounding from underneath the Chargers basket to Jaden Johnson on the right side. Entry pass into Peterson, driving on Anderson, reverse lay-in, and he's fouled as he goes up. He'll go to line for 2 free throws.
Number 21, Malik Anderson, his first.
That foul on Malik Anderson, his first. 6 on the Chargers as a team. Peterson's free throw on the mark on a high arcing free throw shot. Peterson with just his 3rd point of the ballgame, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs. Second free throw from Peterson, straight through again on the high arcing shot. 18-13 Chargers as Chance Aldridge will bring it up the floor. He leads all scorers with 9 points so far in this one. Aldridge has been picking it up, scoring the basketball lately. Ahmad Muhammad between the circles. Muhammad guarded by Peterson. Now over to Aldridge on the right side, well beyond the 3-point line. Jalen Boyd, top of the key. 3 minutes to play, first half. Ahmad Muhammad driving, now kicks out Aldridge, top of the key, to Malik Anderson, left wing. Jalen Boyd, pull-up jumper, baseline, straight through.
Basket by Jalen Boyd.
And that is his go-to spot. Jalen Boyd loves that 15-foot jumper from the baseline to make it 20-13 St. Joe's. 7-point lead for the Chargers. 2:30 to play here in the first half. Peterson back out Johnson, left wing 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound, last touched by St. Joe's. Batavia will keep it. 2:24 to play. St. Joe's leading at 20-13. Batavia with the basketball. They'll inbound underneath the Chargers basket. Weber looking for a pass in, gets it into Hines, and he'll dish back out for Jaden Johnson. Bulldogs will hold on to the basketball here. Weber on the left side. Hines now beyond the 3-point line, guarded by Hardaway. Jaden Johnson, right wing, top of the key, Cooper. Now left wing for Weber. Weber dribbles back around top of the key, now for Hines. Hines fakes the shot, trying to drive baseline. Lost the basketball briefly, put it back up. Rebound to the Chargers as that went off back iron. Chance Aldridge pushing it the other way, now off for Anderson. 1:45 to play. Chargers lead at 20-13. Jalen Boyd on the right side to Ahmad Muhammad, right wing. Chance Aldridge left wing now. Aldridge to Jalen Boyd. Fakes the baseline jumper, then pulls up for it. That's long. Rebound to Batavia. 1:30 to play here in the first half. St. Joe's with a 7-point lead. As Jaden Johnson fires a left wing 3 off the mark. Rebound by Hines. The Bulldogs will keep it. Now Cooper with a 3 from the right side. That's off as well. Tipped out of bounds. Batavia keeps it. Bulldogs want to chuck up the threes here, but it's not working out too well for them. They trail by 7. 1:17 to play here in the first half as Jordan Boyd will come back onto the floor for Antonio Hardaway. Weber will inbound it for the Bulldogs. Into Peterson on the left side beyond the 3-point line. Now it's Johnson between the circles. Johnson to Peterson. Thought about the 3, drives instead. Pulls up for a short jumper off glass and in. 20-15, Chargers have the lead with 1 minute to play in the half. Aldridge brings it into the front court for the Chargers. Now it's Muhammad on the left side. Muhammad looking for a pass here. Tight defensive pressure by Batavia. It's Jalen Boyd on the right wing. Off to Malik Anderson for a long 2, and he got it on the right side to make it 22-15.
Basket by Malik Anderson.
7-point lead for the Chargers. Matches their largest of the game. 30 seconds to play in the half. Batavia will most likely hold for the last shot of this first half. 20 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Jaden Johnson left side, back for Cooper at the midcourt circle. Hines on the right wing, guarded by Jordan Boyd. Now down to 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. Cooper with 8 seconds, now 7. Down to 5, Cooper trying to find a shot, looking for a pass now to Jaden Johnson, left corner 3. Can't get it to go at the buzzer. So at the end of the first half, the St. Joseph Chargers lead the Batavia Bulldogs 22-15, and what a first half it was for Chance Aldridge as he came through with 9 points. Jalen Boyd also with 6 for the Chargers as they will head to the locker room with a 7-point lead on the road here at the Night of Hoops. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. We will be back with you At about 8:27 p.m., come back and join us here on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago, your home for St. Joseph Chargers basketball. Welcome back to arenasportsnet.com. St. Joe's leading it 22-15 here at the half. Chance Aldridge with 9 points in the first half for the Chargers, leading the way scoring-wise. Jalen Boyd also with 6 points in that first half for the Chargers. Jordan Boyd with 2. Malik Anderson with 4 points. Peterson leading all scorers for the Bulldogs with 6 points. 22-15, St. Joe's with that 7-point lead at halftime. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here on arenasportsnet.com for second half coverage. Connor Klingen here with you from Batavia High School. Keep us tuned on arenasportsnet.com, where we'll have the rest of this game for you. St. Joe leads it 22-15. Welcome back here to Batavia High School, where the St. Joseph Chargers lead the Batavia Bulldogs 22-15 as the halftime is just about to come to an end, and we'll start the second half here on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Happy to have you with us here tonight as the Chargers look to bounce back from a tough loss last night against Brother Rice. Chance Aldridge, the star of that first half for the Chargers, 9 points in the first half, including 5 in the second quarter, 4 in the first quarter. Made a three-pointer in that second quarter. Jalen Boyd chipping in with 6 points. Malik Anderson with 4. Jordan Boyd with 2. Jafari Brown got into some foul trouble. Had to go to the bench in that first quarter. So the Chargers able to get out to a 7-point lead, largely without Jafari Brown, who's often their go-to man on offense. So an impressive job there by the Chargers to get that lead up to 7 points here on the home floor of the Bulldogs, and Batavia will start with possession here in the second half. Jaden Johnson will be the inbound man. Batavia going with their original starting lineup on the floor with Johnson, Richter, Cooper, Peterson, and Carlson. St. Joe's also bringing their starting 5 onto the floor with Aldridge, Brown, the Boyd twins, and Ahmad Muhammad. Here's Richter at the top of the key. That pass off the foot of Jordan Boyd. It's a kick, and Batavia will keep it. They'll inbound underneath the Chargers basket. 22-15 the score. St. Joe's with the lead here early in the second half. Jaden Johnson on the left wing. Johnson looking for a pass. Now it's Cooper. Cooper, top of the key to Richter. Richter for Peterson, long three, high rainbow shot. It's an air ball, out of bounds. The Chargers will take over. So St. Joe's will have it here with 7:30 left to play in the third quarter. They lead it 22-15. Aldridge over the midcourt stripe to Ahmad Muhammad on the left wing. Muhammad looking for Jafari Brown. It was almost stolen away, but a pass to Aldridge in the right corner. 3, he got it. Chance Aldridge with 12 points now. And he hits his second 3 of the ballgame. 25-15 Chargers, a 10-point lead. Now Batavia back with the basketball. Carlson in the left corner to Cooper, left wing. Trying to weave his way to the bucket. It's stolen away by St. Joe's. Up ahead to Jordan Boyd. Boyd lost possession out of bounds, but the Chargers will keep it as that was tipped out by Batavia. So St. Joe's will inbound from underneath the Bulldog basket. Aldridge, the inbounds man, into Jalen Boyd in the right corner. Boyd looking for a pass, dribbles out near the wing, now to Muhammad near the midcourt circle. Muhammad drive, dish to Jalen Boyd, baseline jumper, that's short, rebound to Batavia. Cooper will bring it over the midcourt stripe for the Bulldogs. Now it's to Richter on the right side beyond the three-point line. Peterson, top of the key, thought about the 3, decided against it. He airballed his last one. Now it's Carlson on the right wing. Carlson to Jaden Johnson, fakes the 3, dribbles in, had it poked away by the Chargers. Up ahead for Jalen Boyd. Boyd off to his brother. Jordan was going for the two-handed slam, and he misses it. And you can see why Coach Pingator there saying just go for the lay-in. But on the other end, it's blocked by the Chargers. They'll look to go in transition again. Up ahead for Ahmad Muhammad. And he stepped out of bounds as the Chargers got a bit out of control there, trying to run a bit too much. And Batavia will take back possession after a hectic sequence. Bulldogs have been held without a point here in the first nearly 2 minutes of this second half. Chargers have the only points of the third quarter with a three-pointer by Chance Aldridge. Cooper to Richter, into Peterson, posting up against Jafari Brown. Peterson trying to find space, and a foul is called. And that foul is on Jafari Brown. That's his third. So Jafari Brown will have to head to the bench again, and Malik Anderson will check back in for the Chargers. First free throw from Peterson, well short. He has that high rainbow shot on the free throw as Malik Anderson comes in for the Chargers. Second free throw from Peterson. That's off the mark as well, but the rebound to the Bulldogs. It was a long rebound as it went off back iron, so Batavia will have another chance here. They've been held scoreless thus far in the second half. Richter on the left side. Top of the key, Carlson. Carlson to Jaden Johnson, left wing. Now it's Peterson. Peterson to Cooper at the top of the key. Cooper back for Peterson on the right side, guarded by Malik Anderson to Richter. Now it's Johnson on the left wing. Johnson looking for a pass out to Peterson. Long three on the way. Off the mark. And Peterson can't get anything going, and then a foul on the rebound as Jordan Boyd was battling for that ball. Foul is called there on Blake Carlson.
That was number 14, Blake Carlson, his third.
And that's the third foul on Blake Carlson.
First team foul.
And the first team foul on Batavia here in the third quarter. 5:20 to play in the third, 25-15. St. Joe's with a 10-point lead. Ahmad Muhammad brings it over the midcourt stripe. Now it's Chance Aldridge, back for Muhammad left side. Muhammad, crossover dribble into the lane for Jordan Boyd. Boyd had a little trouble with the pass, hangs on, and then dribbles back out to the corner, then hands off for Muhammad. Now entry pass back into Boyd on the baseline. Now they go to the right wing three, Malik Anderson. Can he get the roll? No. Rebound to Batavia, and Cooper will bring it the other way for the Bulldogs. Johnson with a long three on the money. Jaden Johnson hits the three, the first points of the second half for the Bulldogs. 25-18, St. Joe's with a 7-point lead, 4:30 to play in the third. Jalen Boyd, and a foul is called here off the basketball on Batavia. I'd like to give a shout-out to a fan listening down in Bloomington, Indiana, Aaron Hurd, a Batavia graduate. Thank you for listening to Arena Sportsnet, Aaron. We appreciate it. As the inbounds to Jordan Boyd on the alley-oop. 2 points there for the Chargers, 27-18. St. Joe's with a 9-point lead now. Cooper to Jaden Johnson on the left wing. Now it's Richter at the midcourt circle. Richter guarded tightly by Jordan Boyd, then gives off to Weber. Weber down low for Peterson, and he is fouled before the shot on the floor. So Batavia will inbound it here from underneath the Chargers basket. They trail by 9. St. Joe's with a 27-18 lead, 4:13 to play, third quarter. Richter passing in the corner for Jaden Johnson. Foul is called on Jalen Boyd.
That was on number 23, Jalen Boyd.
That's the first on Jalen Boyd. 4:07 to play, third quarter. 27-18 Chargers. Third team foul on St. Joe's as the inbounds is into Peterson. Peterson to Cooper. Looking for the cross-court pass for Jaden Johnson. Had to save it. Got it back to Richter on the right side. Back for Jaden Johnson. Right corner three. Short. Rebound to the Chargers. Jalen Boyd looking to push. Boyd in transition to his brother Jordan. Dribble goes up, had it blocked from behind by Peterson. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Chargers. And Andrew Hines will check in for Richter, as well as Zach Weber coming out of the floor for Riley Cooper. Chance Aldridge will inbound from underneath the Batavia basket. 3:42 to play, third quarter. 9-point lead for the Chargers. Into Jordan Boyd. Boyd from the right corner trying to find space. Nearly lost the basketball, and he was fouled. Caught himself among a few Batavia defenders, and somebody reached in there, and it was Andrew Hines, his second foul. Third team foul on the Bulldogs. Aldridge inbounds into Malik Anderson. Now Jalen Boyd, right wing, drives to the bucket. He's fouled on the floor. So a couple of fouls on this possession here. That foul on Jaden Johnson, that's his second.
Fourth team foul.
4 fouls on the Bulldogs as a team. Ahmad Muhammad with it well beyond the three-point line. Dribbles near the midcourt circle. Muhammad looking to cross over his defender. Dishes for Jordan Boyd. Goes up in traffic, and he's fouled. He'll go to line for 2. That foul called on John Golden. His first foul. 5th on the Bulldogs as a team with 3:23 to play third quarter. And Jordan Boyd nails the first free throw. (28-18) Chargers. Second free throw from Jordan Boyd. Can't get the roll. Rebound to Batavia. 10-point lead for St. Joe's. That's the largest it's been tonight. As Golden dribbles to the right side for Jaden Johnson. Now Peterson between the circles. Peterson being bothered by Malik Anderson. He gives off to his teammate Jaden Johnson. Johnson for Andrew Hines on the right side. Hines will dribble around the three-point arc, then give to Golden. Golden guarded tightly by Muhammad. Now Peterson. Peterson back for Golden on the right side. Now it's Hines on the left wing. Hines will dribble back around towards the top of the key, but it's stolen by Jordan Boyd. He goes up for the two-handed slam. And he hung around for a second on the rim there to make it 30-18 Chargers. Send it in, Jordan Boyd. 12-point lead for St. Joe's. Batavia back with the ball. As Peterson had it briefly knocked away, it'll stay with the Bulldogs. Largest lead of the night at 30-18 here with 2:22 to play in the third quarter. Jaden Johnson into Peterson in the backcourt. Peterson will bring it over the midcourt stripe for the Bulldogs. Now it's stolen away by Chance Aldridge. Aldridge with the easy lay-in. He has 11. It's 32. No, Aldridge has 14. It's 32-18 St. Joe's. What a run here by the Chargers, and what a night it has been for Chance Aldridge. 14 points for the point guard for the Chargers. Bulldogs take a timeout as St. Joe's has stretched the lead to 14 points here on the road. We're going to take a quick break here on Arena Sportsnet. We'll be back with you in about 20 seconds. Welcome back here to Batavia High School. St. Joe's leading at 32-18 in the third quarter with 2:10 to play here in the third period. Chance Aldridge has been the star of the night. 14 points of the 32 total for the Chargers. Jordan Boyd also coming through with 7 points, including a two-handed slam. It was 22-15 at the half, so in this third quarter, it has been a 10-3 run for St. Joe's to stretch that lead out to 14 points. Jaden Johnson will inbound for Batavia underneath their own basket as Peterson brings it into the front court. Peterson off for Golden on the right wing. Then it is Weber back for Johnson between the circles. Now it's Weber right wing, looking for the handoff to Peterson, almost stolen away by Malik Anderson, and he has it now. Another steal for the Chargers. The defensive pressure has been tremendous tonight. Anderson looking for the pass to Muhammad, tipped out of bounds by Golden. St. Joe's will keep it. They'll inbound from the far sideline. Chargers moving from right to left from my vantage point on your computer screen as well. Malik Anderson brings it over the midcourt stripe. Now it's Ahmad Muhammad, right wing for Jalen Boyd, top of the key. Looking for an entry pass to his brother. It's stolen away by the Bulldogs. Lefevre will bring it up the floor. Off to Weber. His runner is no good. Put back by Hines isn't there either. Rebound to Jordan Boyd. Now it's Ahmad Muhammad looking to push. Pulls up for a short jumper. That's long. Rebound to Batavia. 32-18. St. Joe's with the lead. Bulldogs with the basketball with 1:10 to play here in the third. Pull-up jumper from Lefevre, nothing but net. 32-20. St. Joe's back with it. 1 minute to play in the third. Wonder if St. Joe's will hold for the last shot of this third quarter with that 12-point lead. Muhammad on the right wing. Off to Anderson on the left wing. Now Jalen Boyd left corner, driving baseline, looking for a pass out. Aldridge right wing three. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Jordan Boyd. Now it's Malik Anderson. Back for Aldridge, who will reset the offense. 35 seconds to play in the third. Muhammad looking to get around Peterson. Nearly lost possession, but he hangs on. Dribbles around the midcourt circle. Muhammad trying to cross over on Peterson, instead dishes off to Jalen Boyd. 24 seconds to play here in the third. Now it's Muhammad, 20 seconds. Driving the lane, Muhammad dishes off for a wide open Jordan Boyd with the lay-in off glass and in. Beautiful execution there as Boyd was wide open underneath the hoop. 34-20, 5 seconds left in the third here. Peterson with it for the Bulldogs. Peterson off to Lefevre. Going to have to chuck up a three here at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. So at the end of three quarters, the St. Joseph Chargers lead it 34-20, a 14-point lead. That is what has been their largest lead of the night thus far. Things looking good for St. Joe's following a tough outing last night. Things going well tonight for St. Joe's. We'll be back in a bit here on Arena Sportsnet and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. Welcome back to Batavia High School. St. Joe's leading it 34-20 over Batavia at the end of three quarters, and the Chargers will start with the basketball here in the fourth, moving from right to left on your computer screen. Aldridge will inbound from the sideline into Muhammad. Muhammad in the backcourt, Lefevre guarding him. Muhammad brings it into the front court for the Chargers, then gives off to Aldridge on the left side. Aldridge will dribble back over the midcourt circle and then give to Jafari Brown. Now it's Jalen Boyd. Boyd drives, thought about the baseline jumper, decided against it. Now back to Aldridge right wing. Chargers can take their time with a 14-point lead. Muhammad looking to drive, lost it briefly. Jafari Brown came up with it, tries to go off glass, can't get it to go. Rebound is battled for, tipped out of bounds, and St. Joe's will keep it as Batavia touched it last. 7:30 to play, fourth quarter, 34-20. St. Joe's with the lead over Batavia. Muhammad on the catch off the inbounds. Dribbling near the midcourt circle. Now Jalen Boyd right wing. Boyd back for Jafari Brown left wing. Left corner Muhammad. Muhammad fakes the shot, then gives to Jalen Boyd on the baseline left side. Boyd dribbles back beyond the three-point line, then dishes off for Muhammad. Chargers can take their time with a 14-point lead as Muhammad drives off glass and in with the right hand, and Ahmad Muhammad has his first points of the night to give the Chargers their largest lead of the night at 16 points, 36-20. Cooper off for Lefevre. Lefevre in the lane, fakes the shot, puts it off the glass and in, and he was fouled. He'll go to the line looking to complete a three-point play.
Basket was good by Kyle Lefevre. Was on number 14, Ahmad Muhammad.
And that foul on Ahmad Muhammad. His third foul. 6:48 to play. Muhammad has three fouls. Jafari Brown has three. As Lefevre sinks the free throw. St. Joe's back with the basketball. Jafari Brown dribbling in the backcourt. Brown brings it into the front court for the Chargers. Dribbles out near the midcourt circle, and he is fouled. Got bumped there by Blake Carlson.
That was on number 14, Blake Carlson. His fourth.
That is the fourth on Carlson.
Sixth team foul.
As Eric Peterson will come back on for Carlson. Sixth on the Bulldogs as a team, so the next one puts the Chargers into the bonus. 6:30 to play here in the fourth. 36-23, St. Joe's with a 13-point lead. Muhammad setting up the offense for the Chargers. Trying to get by Lefevre. Muhammad on the right side. And a reach-in foul called on Lefevre. And that will send Muhammad to the line for the 1-and-1.
His second. 17 foul.
36-23 the score. As Muhammad sinks the first free throw. Now it's 37-23, 6:14 to play here in the fourth. Second free throw is good to make it 38-23. Muhammad now has 4 points, 15-point lead for the Chargers. Lefevre hands off for Peterson. Now long three from Jaden Johnson off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound is tipped out long to Aldridge. Now ahead Jalen Boyd. Reverse lay-in is good.
Basket by Jalen Boyd.
40-23 Chargers, 17-point lead, their largest of the night with under 6 minutes to play here in the fourth. Cooper finds plenty of space. No, it's blocked. Jordan Boyd erases that shot from Cooper, who looked like he had space, but then Boyd came out of nowhere and stuffed that shot. But then driving to the basket was Lefevre, and he draws a foul. Seems like you see at least 2 or 3 of those a night from Jordan Boyd.
That was on number 5, Chance Aldridge. His second.
As that foul was called on Chance Aldridge, his second. 5th on the Chargers on the as a team. As the first free throw is good from Lefevre. Second free throw on the way from Lefevre here. That's good to make it 40-25. And a timeout is called.
30-second timeout, St. Joe's.
As the timeout was called by St. Joe's with the 15-point lead. (40-25). .541 to play here in the fourth quarter. And St. Joe's has the lead here over Batavia. Chargers will have the basketball. Batavia is applying a full court press here as they trail by 15 points. Aldridge will inbound from underneath the Chargers basket. Into Jalen Boyd. Boyd up ahead to Muhammad. Muhammad for Jordan Boyd. The two-handed slam for the second time tonight. Boyd rises above the rim and slams it down. 42-25. And Peterson nearly fell to the ground there, was able to hold on to the ball. 17-point lead for the Chargers with just over 5 minutes to play in this one. Cooper, hands off for Peterson. Now it's Lefevre beyond the three-point line. Lefevre off for Cooper. Cooper on the right wing. Now Peterson. Peterson looking to drive off glass and in. He got the roll.
Basket by Eric Peterson.
42-27. Under 5 to play in this one now. Chargers with a 15-point lead as a finger roll from Jafari Brown. They call the charge. Second time tonight that Jafari Brown has been called for a charge, and that is his fourth foul. And Batavia will take back over. Jafari Brown heads to the bench. He's got a smile on his face. I think he's thinking to himself, those were a couple of buckets that I lost tonight on a couple of charging calls, as Cooper has it for the Bulldogs. Now it's Lefevre on the right wing. Lost the basketball, stolen away by Jalen Boyd. Boyd will settle it down. Chargers can take their time with a 15-point lead and 4:40 to play. Jalen Boyd spins his way in. Off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, and then he was fouled on the floor. So Jalen Boyd will go to the line for one and the bonus.
8th team foul.
And the 8th foul as a team on Batavia. First free throw from Jalen Boyd. Swishes it. 43-27 Chargers, as Jalen Boyd has 9 points. Looking to make this second free throw to get into double figures. He got it. 44-27, lead back up to 17 points as Jalen Boyd has 10, Jordan Boyd has 11. Chance Aldridge leading all scorers with 14 points. Batavia back with it. Cooper on the right wing. Now out for Peterson, top of the key. He'll take a three from there. That's long, and then it goes over the top of the backboard. Out of bounds, and the Chargers will have it back. Aldridge will inbound it. Full court press being applied from Batavia. Man-to-man. Muhammad had it, and he's fouled. Right as he caught the pass there. Faced some contact. That foul is on Colin Richter. That's his third. 44-27, the Chargers with the lead. First free throw from Muhammad. That's short. Misses the front of the 1-and-1. Batavia with the rebound. Just over 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. Johnson driving to the bucket, off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Jordan Boyd, and then he was fouled. And that's the 10th on Batavia. So now it'll be 2 shots from the free throw line. That's the 4th foul on Richter. What a response by the St. Joseph Charger team. Last night, I don't think there's any other way to put it, an embarrassing loss for this team, losing by 28 points to Brother Rice at home. They come back on the road against a strong Batavia team, came in 18-5, currently have an 18-point lead as Jordan Boyd hit the first free throw. Second free throw from Jordan Boyd. This one's good as well, 46-27, as Jordan Boyd has 13 points. What a night for him. And the defensive pressure has been outstanding, forced a number of turnovers tonight. Under 4 minutes to play here in this one as Lefevre drives to the basket and draws the foul on Muhammad.
That was number 14.
There's 2 ways you can respond to a poor performance. You can either let that continue, you can put your head down and think that you might not be a great basketball team, or you can respond by digging deep, giving your best effort, and playing your best basketball. And that's what St. Joe's has done tonight. They have a 19-point lead. Lefevre missed the first free throw. Here's his second. This one's off the mark as well. Rebound is tipped around, and eventually Batavia comes away with it. 3:45 to play in this one. Driving to the bucket there is Golden. Couldn't get the lay-in, and then the rebound by Anderson. Anderson ahead to Boyd. Jalen Boyd's mid-range jumper off the mark. Rebound to Weber for Batavia. 3:30 to play, 46-27 Chargers. Lefevre on the right wing. Now off for Carlson. Now Lefevre takes a three from the right side, gets it to go.
Kyle Lefevre for 3.
46-30 with just over 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter as Jalen Boyd drives the lane and is fouled. Both of the Boyd twins in double figures tonight. Jordan Boyd with 13, Jalen Boyd with 10, and Jalen at the free throw line right now. First free throw from Jalen. Gets it to go. (47-30) Chargers. 3:09 to play. Second free throw. Nothing but net. 48-30 with 3:09 left in this one as Jafari Brown checks in for Jalen Boyd. Bulldogs rolled the ball up the floor. Lefevre fires a three, airballs it. Attempted to save it, but it's ahead to Jafari Brown. Jafari up the right side with the lay-in. 50-30, a 20-point lead for St. Joe's with 2:53 to play. As that pass out of bounds, Batavia will inbound from the sideline on the right side. Johnson. Now Lefevre will take a three from the left wing. Off the mark. Offensive rebound put up and in by Zach Weber. So Weber scores his first points of the night. 2:30 to play, 18-point lead for St. Joe's. Can't say enough about the response of this team, and an offensive foul on Jafari Brown. That's his 5th. He has fouled out of the ball game now.
His 5th personal foul.
Well, not the night Jafari Brown wanted to have, but for the Chargers as a team, it has been an outstanding performance. 2:30 to play. They lead it by 18. Now under the basket, once again Weber scores. Back to a 16-point game. Batavia applying more pressure and almost came away with the steal, but Jalen Boyd has it to Ahmad Muhammad. The Chargers will settle things down with 2:15 to play. Muhammad was looking for Jordan Boyd on the pass on the baseline, went through his legs out of bounds. Batavia will take back over. 2:11 to play, and a timeout is taken here as the lead has dripped down to 16. It was as high as 20. Don't think the Chargers have to be too concerned, but a turnover there with a 16-point lead, and it's a full timeout from the Chargers. We're going to take a 10-second break here on Arena Sportsnet. Welcome back to Batavia High School. St. Joe's leading it 50-34 with 2:11 to play in this one. But just had a turnover on the last possession, and there was an offensive foul on the possession before that on Jafari Brown. Kind of just a mental mistake there from Jafari as he fouled out of the ball game. He extended his arm on an offensive foul, trying to get away from a defender. He knew he had to be careful with 4 fouls, but with the Chargers up by 20, maybe needed to be a bit more disciplined. As Batavia will have the basketball. Lefevre brings it over half court. Now it's Johnson on the left wing to Lefevre between the circles. Under 2 minutes to play now. Batavia has to hurry as the ball stripped away from Lefevre. Tipped ahead for Jordan Boyd. Could he slam it again? Yes, this time with one hand. It has been Air Jordan tonight from Jordan Boyd, his 3rd dunk of the ball game. And this time he did it with one hand, with the left hand. 52-34 Chargers with 1:30 to play. As Peterson drives to the bucket, the lay-in is good. 52-36. And it looks like they called 5 seconds there against St. Joe's, as Batavia is bringing a number of substitutes on the floor with 1:22 to play, a 52-36 ball game. This one is just about in the books, as Kyle Fuller will come on for St. Joe's, as well as Antonio Hardaway. John Robinson coming out of the floor for St. Joe's. Batavia with the basketball now. Clayton Deutsch on the outside. He gives off for Blazer. 1 minute to play here in this one, as Deutsch fires away for 3, and he got it. Or rather, Deutsch. 52-39. Malik Anderson brings it over to the midcourt stripe for St. Joe's. Lost the basketball briefly, over and back. 13-point game, 50 seconds to play. And Batavia is back with the basketball. Inbounds to Jack Carlson with 45 seconds left in this one. Deutsch back at the top of the key for Nebic. Deutsch fires for 3 again. He got it again. 10-point game with 35 seconds to play, but at this point, just a chance for some of the backups for Batavia to get some glory, but this one's just about over. They're still applying tight pressure. 20 seconds to play. Malik Anderson off for Antonio Hardaway. Off the glass, he's fouled. He'll go to line for 2. 16 seconds left, 10-point lead for the Chargers. Hardaway will have 2 free throws here.
Foul is on number 42, Clayton Deutsch.
Deutsch is called for the foul. First free throw off front iron. Well, the Chargers led by just 7 points at the half. Eventually stretched that lead as high as 20 points. They lead by 10 right now as the second free throw is no good from Hardaway. So this game may be closer in terms of the final score, but really in this second half, the Chargers blew away from Batavia and come away with an impressive road victory. Here's Hardaway with a two-handed slam, an exclamation point on a 54-42 victory over Batavia on the road, and St. Joe's improves to 12-8 on the season. Coach Gene Pingatore picks up win number 1,015. Chance Aldridge, your player of the game, with 14 points tonight, but Jordan and Jalen Boyd also in double figures on the evening. All around, a tremendous response to the game last night. St. Joe's takes it 54-42 over Batavia. Thank you for joining us here tonight on arenasportsnet.com and Arena Sportsnet Chicago. We'd like to thank Coach Pingatore, Athletic Director Bruce DeSanto, the head of the St. Joseph Basketball Alumni Association, Mark Cisetti, CEO of Arena Sportsnet, Brian Snow, and thank all of you for joining us. Once again, the final score, the St. Joseph Chargers 54 and the Batavia Bulldogs 42.